an honor to be on stage of SAS, and this is my topic, APT Patchwork Herminister Operation. Okay, first the agenda. First is who we are, and next will be introduction to the threat actor, and the following is the attacking tool chains and the arsenals. The finally is the conclusion. So first, who we are. My name is Desmond, and that's my colleague NAN, who sits over there. We work this research together, and we are from Knownsec 404 APT TI team. Maybe you never heard the company name Knownsec, but I do believe a lot of security researchers have used ZoomEye, which is from a good tool from Knownsec. And we mostly do malware hunting and APT threats hunting. We mainly focus on APT threats who is active in the Middle East and Asia. For example, Ocean Notice, Patchwork, APT 29, and Coney, Peter, blah, blah, a lot of the APT groups. Okay, next is the APT Patchwork, the introduction of the APT Patchwork. So it is first observed in December 2050. And it's also named dropping elephant or hangover group. It's mainly target profiles on military-related departments, foreign affairs, and mostly it's targeting the Middle East and Asian countries. In 2022, we hunted a serious attack of Patchwork and found a lot of its tools, and which are more than 17. We classify them into more than 10 types, and also classify them into more than 3 types of attack chains. So the next part is the attack chains and the arsenals. As I said before, we classify them into 3 attack chains. The first one is post-exploitation toolkits. The second one is Herminister chains. And the last one is the patch infector chain. So I will get details into each attack chains. The first one is post-exploitation toolkits. They are used for the threat actor to accomplish their internet penetration goal after they have footholds inside the target network. We classify the tools into scanners, victim information collection tools, and credential access tools, and AD pentest tools, and also proxy or port forward tools. And the last type is data safety tools. Okay, the first one is post-exploitation. The first one is proxy types. On the left picture, we can see a tool called P-Link, which can forward the remote server port to the local port, which can help the attacker to move from the outside into the target network. And it's an open source tool. And on the right picture, we found it's a Sockets 5 proxy tool, which is also very common in IT guys. And it mimics the CTF-MON file name, which is a Microsoft white file name. The next type is AD pentest tools. The first one on the left picture is the ADPs. Which is used to enumeration the AD information inside the AD domains. And on the right is a power view, which we found that the attacker used the tool to try to enumerate the passwords or the tokens of the AD administrators. The third type is scanners. We found this tool called the Sharp PRS scanner, which is from the picture we can see that it can be used to do SMP scan or the ARP scan. We guess this tool obviously used in the internet environment to scan the internet to scan the network environment. Okay, the next one is next step is credential harvesting tools. From the picture on the right, upper right, we can see that it tries to execute a command to dump the LSAS process token, which have the token for the administrator of the computer. And we found actually it's a proxy dump tool, which is also very famous among the IT guys. And also the command is very classic for the hacker to download the tokens of the administrator. But the interesting thing is that on the left, we can see that's the executive chain of the proxy dump. First, the attacker used mconf file to kill the real MATLAB on the victim, and then it will execute another file called the MATLAB updater. And the MATLAB updater will start a schedule task on called the MathWorks Run Manager, which also mimics the MATLAB software. And then it will start the proxy dump every 30 minutes. So it's quite a long executive chain. I think that's a little weird for me. So in my opinion, if a hacker want to hide its operation, it should run as less file as possible. But for this patchwork threat actor, it uses 2 million files to run just a simple function. Okay, another credential access tool we found is that the keylogger. On the left, on the right, we see the file name is service. It mimics the some white file, and it uses the classic Windows API to get the victim's key input. And next one, we found a file called the windshield. And it actually mimics the login screen of the victim, and it will read the SID and the other user information and jump out a picture. Like in our sandbox, it jumps out James' PC, and if it tries to lure the victim to input the password of the computer. So this malware reminds me when I joined the security industry like 15 years ago. There's one type of ransomware which only locks the screen of the victim, but not encrypt all the files. And next one is also a type of the credential access tool. We can see from the left picture, it's the tool can dump the password of the Chrome and a lot of browsers, and we identified it's an open source tool, which we found it's on the GitHub. The next is a screenshot program. The name is WE-Rec Updater, and from the codes we can see that the program can record the victim's screen, and it will save the data, use the time as the file name on the left. Okay, the next type is data theft. The first one is a document stealer, and it can read the registry key to get the recent files which the victim had opened, and it will copy all the files to the directory under a temp file, and after that, the other tools will subsequently upload the stored files to the C2 server by other tools. And the first one on the left is a tool for simple HTTP server, which is used by the threat actor to upload the stolen files to the C2 server. And on the right is just a PowerShell script, and its only function is to split the stolen file into less than 50 megabytes. It's a very simple tool. Okay, the next is the attack chain of the Herminister attack chain. So it's just an IT tool, and the actor use the Herminister tool to control the victim's PC and try to launch the leg step attack tools like what we just talked before. I just draw a map of the attack tools like inside the picture. Okay, so from the codes, we can see that there's the name Herminister.py, which is a Python scripts. And we think that this is the core weapon for this operation, and so we named the operation after this Herminister name. So it's secondary development based on GIT, which is an open source Python-based IIT tool. And it can support HTTP or HTTPS protocol to transfer to collect to the C2 servers. And also it can use XOR or RC4 to encrypt the encrypt the stored files. Okay, from this picture, we can see that the Herminister tool tried to use a fake VPN server SSL certificate. Okay, so last is the function of the Herminister tool. Actually, it's a very classic IT tool. So it has the get shell or file management, process management, and TCP forwarding functions. Okay, so the last is the patch infector chain. So from the picture, we can see that a threat actor will run the patch infector tool on the victim's PC, and then it will infect the other DOC files, and the infected files will be sent to the other victims or targets, and then it will download the next stage malicious things. I will describe later. So the first is the patch infector. From the codes on the right picture, we can see that it tried to find the files under the directory. Like so, it's trying to find the recent opened Word files, and then on the next step, it will decompress the Word file, and then the next step, he will add some document.xel file into the DOC files and recompress back to a Word file. So what it added actually is a script which can trigger the CVE. CVE number is on the screen. So the infected file, if it's open, then it will execute the inside malicious scripts. On the left picture is the infected file. We can see there's a lot of scripts inside and which can trigger the CVE. If you open the Word file, it will try to download the next stage malicious things. Actually, there's a C2 and the malicious payload in the picture. So it's a CEB file, which will be executed on the victim's PC. And so if this file is copied to the victim's friends or colleagues, and then he will have no, if he opens the file, then it will execute the last one. It will it will download another stage of the malicious file, which is actually a GIT tool, which is a classic IT, and it will control the victim's computer and do file management stolen, stuff like that. Okay, so there's one more interesting thing we found. In the Patchwork 2022, we found the strings on the left, which is CUOLIVXA, and we found it twice during the Patchwork commands. And on the right is another APT called Confucious, and its sample in 2021. We also found the same string, CUOLIVXA, which are hard-coded in the malware. And so we think maybe they are sharing the same resources, or maybe they are one APT team. We don't know. Okay, so the finally is the conclusion. First, so if the APT guys if the Patchwork guys are watching the PPT or in the future someday, I want to say no offense, and this is not personal. The penetration and the coding ability are at primary level because they are mailing important things that are hard coded in their tools. And the second one is they especially like to use secondary development of the open source tools, which just match their name, Patchwork. And the third one is that they use so many types of tools, and mailing among them only have very limited functions. I think that's very weird for the hackers. And the fourth is that they like to do in-depth analysis of the victim, the host, and then targeted coding from the host environment. And the fifth is that just like I mentioned, maybe the Patchwork they do resource sharing with the other APT teams, or maybe they are one team. We don't know. So the last one is a question, but not a conclusion. We don't know if the Herminister is the name of the coder or the name of the operation from the APT inside. That's our question. So I think, okay, that's all.